Hey guys, it's Lance Jordan with Bonita Wellness, and I'm here with Rosa and Dean Fitzer, and they're from Torrance, California. They've come a long way, not as far as India or Norway for the guys behind me, but anyway, they've come down from Torrance, and this is, how many times have you been here?
Oh my gosh, I'm almost 3 years that I've been coming here.
She's been coming here for 3 years, and I want you guys to hear her experience here at the Biomedical Center, also known as Hoxsey. Okay, so Rosa, what was your diagnosis?
Head and neck cancer.
Head and neck cancer.
Started in my right tonsil.
And then and that was diagnosed in California, in
That
Torrance?
was diagnosed in California in November of 2013.
And you came here immediately, or did you do any kind of surgery?
No, unfortunately, I did not know about Hoxsey at that time, so I let them talk me into doing chemo and radiation. And after undergoing chemo and radiation, I did 9 chemos and 35 radiations. And the very first time that I went back for a checkup for a CAT scan, come to find out that my cancer had spread to my neck. And we waited to see the results of that. And as it turned out, that I ended up having to have a neck dissection, in which they cut me from the back of my ear to the middle of my throat. And they took out 12 lymph nodes, and only one of those was cancerous. But they did take out a nerve that goes from my neck into my arm, and also a jugular vein that were fully involved in cancer at the same time. And after doing that, the doctor felt that they had gotten all the margins and that I was just fine. And so they decided not to do radiation or chemo again. And unfortunately, next time they did another CAT scan, they showed that I had gotten spots in my lung, and so it metastasized to my lung. And at that point in time, they told me that there was really not much more they can do, because now I had metastatic stage 4 head and neck cancer. The cancer that was in my lung was head and neck cancer as well, so now it was terminal. It was, incurable, is what they said. So
and again, what year was that?
That was in 2014, and that they did the neck dissection. And so anyway, they said that there's not really much else they can do. We went to several different doctors. I had 5 different oncologists that told me there's nothing else they could do for me except keep me comfortable and so forth. I actually ended up having to have chemo again. Once I went to the lung, the only thing they could actually do to try to stop it was to undergo chemo again, which I did. And I only did 4 sessions of chemo because instead of 6 or 8 that they were supposed to, because it was so toxic on me. They were using 2 different kinds of chemo, and they were both very toxic, and it was giving me neuropathy immediately, so they said they had to stop doing it. So they quit doing that, and then she felt that it was a good idea for me to have radiation directly to the lung. So I underwent 5 treatments of radiation directly to the lung, after which waited a few more months, and they did the CAT scans again and PET scans, only to find out that the cancer was still present. And anyway, at that point in time, fortunately for me, that a friend of ours told us about Hoxsey, and I did not want to hear anything about it. I was very reluctant because I had never believed in natural treatments. And I said, absolutely not. I don't want anything to do with Mexico, or I don't want anything to do with natural treatments. I'm going to the best of the doctors here, and they've all told me that I'm not curable anymore, so I'm not going to waste my time doing that.
What did Dean say about that?
Well, I was reluctant to come too, but she agreed to meet or call this lady that had visited here with lung cancer herself. And she started out with lung cancer, and Rosa finally called her after about a week or so. Julie is her name. And Rosa and Julie talked for a while, and Julie told Rosa about her plight with cancer of the lung, and she'd given a diagnosis of 6 months. And she said, Rosa, that was 29 years ago when she had that conversation with Rosa. So we figured with that story of Julie's, it was a good idea to give Tijuana a shot, come down to Hoxsey, and the rest is history.
And it's been a godsend. It's been an
Best decision you've ever made?
Best decision I've ever made. And if I had to do it over again, I never in a million years. If I ever got cancer again, never in a million years would I ever agree to have them poison me or burn me or anything like they did. It was a mistake. It was a mistake to have it done, but they have been absolutely, yeah. I went into remission 9 months after starting here.
You know, something I want to really get across to people is that a lot of people call and they say, well, I've already had chemo and radiation. Is it something that I can heal from chemo and radiation? Because a lot of people think that if they do that, that they can't come back and go natural. It's easier if you don't, but of course, even if you've taken too much radiation and chemo and they've finally given up, there's still hope. There's always hope.
Absolutely. I can't believe that I actually did twice, let them poison me and burn me twice, but even with that, they still were able to put me in remission in 9 months. So I've been,
and your report today was good?
My report today was good, and next month it'll be 2 years since I've been in remission.
Let me give you a high five on that. I can give you a high five. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's been wonderful.
And so, how do you find Tijuana? It's not as scary as you thought it was 5 years ago?
I actually used to live here at one time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did. So
okay.
yeah,
so
no,
it's not a problem with you.
Well, I was apprehensive at that time
Sure.
because I haven't been here for a lot of years. But no, it's fine. I mean, I have no issues whatsoever. None whatsoever. It's safe, easy, not a problem. Especially the way you guys have it all, the way it's been handled here. Not we're taking the shuttle to the clinic and back to the hotel. We don't have to drive, nothing. So it's great.
No, it's great. Well, then I'll probably see you. You have 6 months? You coming back in 6 months or a year?
No, I graduated from 3 months to 6 months, now a year.
That's great.
So I don't have to come back for a year.
Awesome.
Thank
Well,
you.
you look great.
Thank you.
Congrats. So yeah, thank you for doing the video. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And Dean, just really quickly, you had a melanoma in the back of your leg, correct?
I had a squamous cell carcinoma on the back of my leg, and I've come down here for treatment and seen one of the doctors, and they told me to go ahead and have it surgically removed. But I'm on the tonic now as well, and I have 3 different issues: a little bit of arthritic. Rheumatoid arthritis with my hands, elevated PSA, and a spot that they cut off the back of my calf. So I'm taking the tonic along with my wife Rosa. We sit down and eat the same meals on the same diet, take almost the same tonic, and I was here a year ago and returned again a year later, and they looked at all my blood tests and my urinalysis and all the reports. And they give me some tonic and some pills to take, and they don't want to see me for another year, so I'm in good shape.
Awesome.
But I'm really proud of Rosa on her flight, on her journey. So
I can tell.
Yeah, I got it.
That's awesome.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you for doing the interview and inspiring other people. And thank you enough.
Thank you.
Cheers. We'll see you in a year.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Bye-bye.